Kind of an awkward start here to a black screen. I'm kind of loading in right now. This is a good time to tell you guys what this video is going to be about and how I'm going to organize this to prove my point. Wonder if you, I just got not even full skill tree yet. So Avatar Glorious, Avatar Omnipotent, triple S stats on both except for range. Trust me, Wonder if you does not need extra range. And then they do have respective souls, which I will be unequipping. Just for fairness. Even with the soul Maki kind of falls short. Wonder Review is a better early game than Maki and a better late game than Gilgamesh. And that may sound crazy, but stay with me. Stay with me here. So how am I doing this? I'll be placing the units same time, same place, and checking their stats. How much damage they do, how many takedowns they get, and how much their overall cost is. I would then upgrade them at the exact same time. And it'll continue that way. And then when I max them out, so say Wonder Review has 7 upgrades, Maki has 11 upgrades. When I get to Wonder Review's 7th upgrade, I'll get Maki to her 11th upgrade to max both of them out. So same template, same place, ready? Now we'll let this go for a few seconds. I'll farm from farms. Just for a few seconds. Look at the difference. Look at the difference. Wonder Review is a support, by the way. And he's doing that much damage. Let it reload right on for a little longer. And I will be upgrading both of them right now. I'll give them 2 upgrades each. Ready? Look at Maki first, and she's kind of behind. 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, I guess there we go. And back to farms. Almost upgraded Maki there. I kind of would ruin things. Look at that difference. Upgrade 2. It's not even close. It's not even close. Not even a little bit. Maki's the best early game previously before this update. Look at that difference. I'll then now upgrade both of them to upgrade 5. I still have enough for this before I do this. 5. I do have enough. So 5. And 5 here. Yeah. Yeah, that's a pretty big difference, as you can see. Now then, I will be showing you the difference between them and Gilgamesh. Now, you're probably wondering how am I going to do that? Now, here's a start. If I sell a unit, their stats disappear. If I replace them, their stats start over again. So, guess what I'm going to do here? Probably take a big guess. In fact, I have to replace him for his stats. But look how much his range is right now. He's reaching all from over there to spawn. So now then, I'll do... So same time, same place. Upgrade 5 on both of them. Upgrade 6, actually, upgrade 6. Where's upgrade 6 on you? Come on, hurry up. There we go. So, this is a small difference, huh? It's a small difference. Now, I did say it's a better late game than Gilgamesh, so I'll have enough money before I upgrade him. I won't have enough money to upgrade Gilgamesh to maximum level, which means I need 1.3 million and 300,000. So I need 1.6 million to max out both of them at the exact same time. So far, he has costed a little more than Gilgamesh, but you'll see later on why I think he's way better. So we do this. Look at the overall cost now. Wonder Review has an overall cost of 1/3 of Gilgamesh's. And look at that damage difference. I will let this continue on throughout the entire wave, and I will continue to hold this. And also his ability, which he can clone himself. So let me go ahead and get rid of my... I think he can attach... No, he can't attach his clones to anything that's not a DPS. Let me put Ichigo and Maki down here. So Ichigo, Maki, set them to none. Let's see what I mean. He attaches these little clones of himself that do an insane amount of damage and an insane amount of range. They despawn after a little while, but he does spawn them. I believe they only attach themselves to things that are damage related. They don't attach themselves to farms, which is nice. So here is the current stats tab. I will not take this off my screen for the remainder of the game, so you guys can see the insane difference in stats. One thing I want to mention before this, he covers the entire map, full AoE Despair, has 3 separate stuns and 4 random effects in his passives. Just want to mention that. Okay, so before I continue on, I'll go back here. Before I lose your interest. So, better early game than Maki, better late game than Gilgamesh. Now, you might be wondering, why am I not comparing him to Ichigo? Well, because Ichigo's passive makes him do a ton of damage to bosses, so his damage overall is insanely higher than Ichigo's. But once those bosses start spawning in, Ichigo does a lot more damage. So basically what I'm saying is he's not better than Ichigo, is what I'm trying to say here. That's why I'm not testing him against him. I already tested him, and Ichigo's a little better against bosses, but it depends. His passives make him do more damage against enemies with higher health. So when a bunch of bosses start spawning in, he gets a huge boost of damage. It's like using a Gilgamesh nuke against them. It's like using a Gilgamesh nuke against someone without a nuke. Whoops, wrong button. Wave 27. More takedowns, 1/3 of the cost, more damage. Place the same time, same place. Let me make sure I'm not losing to these bosses real quick before I do this. This is 2 curses, by the way. The reason I'm not doing 7 curses is because 7 curses is extremely difficult, and I don't want to lose while doing a little showcase here. Almost 2 times Gilgamesh's damage. This is without nuke, by the way. Because if we're scaling off nukes, then Gilgamesh falls short of a lot of nukes, in fact. So I want to scale off their actual damages. If you want a nuke, like a nuke comparison and a nuke tier list, I believe right now the best nuke is Sun Jin Woo's. If you want like a non-true damage and like an actual like set damage nuke, I believe right now it might be Saitama's with 50 trillion. So wave 30 is the last wave. Yeah, you can see the difference in their damage. You can see the difference in their takedowns, their kills, and their total cost. In every way conceivable, Wonder of You is better than Gilgamesh. And he's a support, by the way. He's a stun unit. His passives are all for supports. These are passives. In case you want to screenshot these or like pause the video. He is a support. He's literally meant for support, and he's doing this insane of damage early game, mid game, and late game. I really hope I don't lose against this boss right now, though. It's kind of embarrassing. I'm gonna keep an eye on him real quick because I want to make sure I'm not losing. Did he just heal? Oh, this boss sucks, by the way. If you're guys doing this dungeon, good luck. These bosses heal themselves, duplicate themselves, clone themselves. They make it so impossible. I don't know what they're doing. Let me go ahead and get Ichigo out here. Actually, no, I want to see the actual comparison still. If it gets pretty bad, we'll use Ichigo. Because Ichigo is probably the best boss killer right now. Here we go. Come on. They duplicated themselves again. I would say you get the point, but I want to show the entire video just in case you guys like don't believe me on this. I don't want someone saying, "Oh, you cut the video," or "Oh, you ended it short." This is the entire thing, start from finish. Better early game than Maki, better late game than Gilgamesh. My new all-time favorite. They duplicated again. They cloned themselves again. How are they doing this? And no farm buffs, I don't believe. The farm's over here. There's no farm buffs. And also, I gave him a soul strength. I forgot to take a soul off of Gilgamesh, so he does have a little extra help on his side, and he's still losing by 2 trillion. Look at that range too. That's beyond the map. He's so look how far outside the map his range is. He's so insanely good, guys. Anyways, that's all I want to show you guys. My new favorite unit by far. He's gonna be on my team for 100%. Early support Like he's an all rounder. And the crazy thing about being an all rounder, he's the best at all the categories. Well, okay, EQ is a little better in damage. I did test that out, but he is best early game. I think he's probably going to be one of the best supports, considering how much range he has, how much damage he has in his passives. He's definitely going to be up there. Anyways, that's all I want to show you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later.